Hey guys, glad you're back for another episode of Morning Coffee. Now, I don't know if you're one of those people that actually look at the time or length of a podcast or a video, but you may be noticing that this episode is strangely shorter than our past ones, and that's because this episode is going to be a little different. Carolina and I actually recorded this for my sister's virtual baby shower, which I'm probably already giving away the topic. But anyway, that is why you might see that it's going to be shorter. It's only one topic. But we still encourage you to give it a listen, share some love with us. And at the very end, it may be cut off abruptly, but just know that that's normal. So hope you enjoy, and we'll see you for dark roast, because that's what that's the next thing up in line. So it's going to be history on baby showers. We thought fit the best. So we're just going to quickly go over the history on it. So I don't know if Caroline, you want to kind of start on what you have?
Yeah, so modern baby showers haven't really been around for generations, mm-hmm. But the ancient Greeks and Egyptians held rituals to celebrate the new baby and its mother. So past rituals weren't so much before the baby was born, mm-hmm. It was always after,
right?
Because of how dangerous pregnancy, or even how they didn't talk about pregnancy or anything about that, mm-hmm. during that time, just because it was so dangerous during childbirth for the mother and the baby.
Right. And I did see, so kind of what we talked about, ancient Egypt, they always, this is something interesting to note. So all of them were done before birth. Wait, no. Sorry. Took place after this. So it was after, it was after birth. Yeah, okay, I had it mixed up. So it was after birth. But it wasn't until the Renaissance era that it was implied that the gifts were to be given to the expecting mother. It wasn't until the Renaissance era where gifts were incorporated. And then the Victorian era is actually what they consider it to be the ancestors of what we now know as modern baby showers. Yeah. Because then the women would hold tea parties for the new mother who was going to give birth. So which is kind of in trend, over time, what it's kind of evolved to, what we now know mm-hmm. as modern baby showers.
Yeah, and then during the Middle Ages, I kind of skipped over that, but a lot of it was for the baby's baptism and stuff. So a lot of it was a religious ceremony rather than what it is today, just kind of preparing the mother for the baby. Mm-hmm. And so that's another aspect of the way that's changed. It's gone from the super religious ceremony, mm-hmm. Gifts to gods, and specifically to the baby, to more hey, we're helping you out before you have that baby,
right? And
kind of celebrating you and your accomplishment of becoming a mother.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now, yeah. And aside from kind of continuing on to the Victorian era, so the baby showers that we now know today as well, kind of also began after World War II. So the term shower actually comes from the practice of showering the mother to be, which I guess is also implied in the name. But this was also a time where the baby shower traditions are still practiced, and it was hosted by a close family member, or a female friend. And again, this is when only females it was implied that only women were to attend baby showers, which now we know has changed over time. Mm-hmm. And then the mother-to-be would open her gifts, and obviously she would be the center of attention of the whole party.
And traditionally, baby showers were only for the first child that was going to be, they were going to have.
Right.
So it wasn't your second baby, you also have a baby shower. They're okay, this is your first child, that's it. No more parties after that, mm-hmm. except for birthdays.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is different now.
Yeah, now it's whatever baby you want. You can have a shower if you want.
You're on number 20. Celebrate the number 20 as well. Yeah.
but I feel like another way that they do that instead of doing like the traditional like baby shower is now gender reveal parties.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a way for them to celebrate beforehand without actually calling it a baby shower.
Correct. Exactly.
They found the loophole.
Now, and I did find this very interesting that whenever this started, like also like the colonial women, they also held like birthing parties. I feel like I keep quoting, but they keep having like quotations around it. So they would have their birth. They would birth their child at home. And so they would also, like their friends would eat groaning cakes and drink groaning beer in sympathy of the mother-to-be with her labor pains. But then obviously as home births declined and, women were now going to hospitals to have births, that's when that decreased where, as after during or after labor is when they would celebrate it. Then obviously, that's when it started changing into women having like their showers before they had the baby.
Yeah. Well, what I found was kind of, I don't know, I was looking into like other traditions like the Indian traditions. They have a samantma. I can't pronounce it. But the tradition was to have a baby shower during either the 6th or the 7th month of pregnancy, where they would, again, a lot of it was to like bring gifts to their gods and to have safe passage for the mother and the baby during childbirth. And so, because in a lot of traditions, after childbirth, they have to be they were deemed unclean, and so they were separated from society for 40 days after giving birth. So now I think that's why, earlier times, not because only it was dangerous for the mother and the baby, but they were also deemed unclean after childbirth. So I think that's why a lot of the celebrations, I guess, had to be before then.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Or either right after childbirth, because they would baptize them after the day after, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
So we have I found some really cool facts, given the whole baby shower. I'm going to try to translate these. So, the amount, and I'm going to ask it, and then if you're watching and you're still with us, you can try to guess as well. So the question is, it's not really a question, but the amount of diapers needed for the first year of life. So how many diapers approximately will your child, for the first year of its life, how many diapers will they consume?
An entire year?
For the whole year. And
a lot.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess there are women out there that do count or just kind of quickly do the math. So the answer is approximately 2,800 diapers within a year, which can either seem a lot or a little, depending on, I guess, your child and how much they would go. So this is an estimate. So if your child used more, you had a pooping child. So quick translation, estaba preguntando como cuántos pañales usa un bebé en su primer año, y la respuesta es aproximadamente 2,800 pañales. So no sé si sus hijos usan más o menos, pero ese es como, that's the average.
Yeah.
The second one is, what is the average weight of a baby born in the United States? So, por medio de cuánto pesa el bebé?
7 pounds?
7.5 pounds. So, you're pretty close.
I was close.
Yeah. So, 7.5 libras. How do you say 7.5? 7.5.
7.5.
I don't know why.
Come
okay.
on, you're the better Spanish speaker among the both of us.
Oh, okay. I guess it's the pressure of actually translating. That's why.
Yeah.
The third one is, what is the average length of a newborn baby in inches? So, ¿cuánto mide de largo? Aproximadamente, ¿cuál es how do you say, el promedio de los niños que nacen en los Estados Unidos. So average length.
I have no idea. I'm trying to like measure out a foot and see if a baby's that big. Like 20.
Yeah, you're right.
23.
Oh.
Wait, 20?
20, yeah. So some places said 1920, but 20 inches is the average of a, yeah. And then the next question is, what is the average length of maternity leave mom gets in the U.S.? So, como cuánto tiempo le dan a la madre si está trabajando para estar con su bebé. Y la respuesta de la otra pregunta era 20 pulgadas. So this one, yeah, what is the average length of maternity leave a woman gets?
6 to 8 weeks?
About 10 weeks. So some did say anywhere, well, some websites said anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months. Mm-hmm. So, but then this one said 10 weeks, so somewhere in the middle is the average. So, aproximadamente 10 semanas. Unos sitios en el internet decían de 6 semanas a 3 meses. So, 10 semanas está en el medio. How many babies are born in the U.S. each day on average? Aproximadamente cuántos bebés nacen en los Estados Unidos cada día?
A day?
This blew my mind.
Is it going to be higher or lower than I expect?
I don't know what you expect. It's pretty high, actually.
Oh, that's odd because they're always talking about how the birth rate's going down. So which one is it?
It has gone down, but not to the point where you're just like from here to here. It's kind of gone down. You see what I mean? Like,
yeah, like barely.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. Something just fell off. I don't know, 32,000. Am I completely off?
So how many babies are born? Okay, on average, 4 million. Yeah.
That's a lot of babies.
Yeah, it is. So, son 4 millones de bebés nacen todos los días. Por medio. Todos los días. So, piense, cuando usted tenga su bebé, como 4,000 bebés también están naciendo ese mismo día. So, that's crazy. And then,
and you said just in the United States?
Yes. So when I said that it decreased, it was like 4.1 or 4.2 in 2008. Then it dropped down to 3.9, like 3.9, like the higher ones, and then it's dropped down to like 3.8 or something like that. So it's not a significant decline if you really think about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which day of the week are more babies born than any other? ¿Qué día de la semana nacen más bebés más que los otros días?
Thursday?
Tuesday, el martes. And then I looked, so when are more babies, what's the highest percentage of births? Like time of the day. ¿Qué tiempo en el día nacen más bebés? And it's from 8 in the morning to noon. So, de 8 de la mañana a las 12 de la tarde. So, there's that. Did you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. I have one last thing, and this is for all you fathers. Or soon to be, or in the future. So, see, and I looked up how to say this. I think the way you say it is Cuvade syndrome. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but studies have found varying rates in different parts of the world, but there has been a recent study that says that men, about 25 to 52%, de 25% a 52% de los hombres en los Estados Unidos, in the United States, who have a pregnant wife or a pregnant partner, have what it's called the Cuvade syndrome. And that is basically having symptoms, like women pregnancy symptoms, but for them. So, son síntomas que el hombre tiene que es similar a la mujer, aunque él no tiene el baby. Siente esos síntomas. So, de 25 a 52% de los hombres que tienen a una esposa que va a tener bebé, sienten esos síntomas, which is usually in the first trimester, but it's a thing, like it's a legitimate thing. Like, en realidad sí existe que los hombres sientan síntomas.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. That's for you. I've heard of some actually people that I know that have actually felt it. But if you haven't been a father yet, that's if you get nauseous or I don't know, expect all these things, like don't feel like you're going crazy. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
That's a really high percentage. I thought it'd be like at the lower end.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause you said up to like 50%, right?
Yep, 52.
Wow.
Yep.